Hold on, let me turn my hearing aid up.
Welcome.
Welcome. Welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome to the Everything and Chill Show. I'm Rob Hunter, and this is the show where we just talk about everything in pop culture, from television, movies, and all around the globe, every type of entertainment. And today I want to talk about a couple of different things that I've seen in the news and things coming out, and give you guys some updates on some things. First off, let me talk to you about Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus is a new streaming service that's going to be converted from the CBS All Access. And if you watch CBS All Access, if you're a Trekkie like me, you know that the new Picard series was on there and Star Trek Discovery. They also did things like The Stand, Stephen King's The Stand, which I'm watching right now. And I'll tell you what, it's a pretty good show. I just watched episode 9. I'm not sure if it's going to be over after episode 9, if they're going to continue this season. I'm sure there's going to be a season 2, but I'm not sure where they're going with it because now they've kind of deviated from the book. So we'll see where it goes. Anyway, so with Paramount Plus comes a new Star Trek series called Star Trek Strange New Worlds, which is a spinoff of Discovery. And what's great about this show is you're going to see Anson Mount come back as Captain Pike, and you're going to see him with Spock and Number One explore Strange New Worlds. And this is going to be a spin-off, like I said, of Discovery, but also a prequel of the original series. So we don't know if it's going to lead into how many years before the original series, or if we'll see any, cast from, like maybe a new Kirk, a new Scotty, a new Bones, anything like that. That'd be great. We know that the movies have kind of gone soft right now. I don't think they're going to be doing a part 4 with the movie series. I don't know if they're going to reboot it or whatever. The movies were good, I'll tell you what. But I was disappointed this last year with Discovery season 3. Season 1 was good. And season 2, the way they cleaned up the technology and explaining certain things of why it wasn't relevant in the Star Trek universe and how they went to the future in season 3, that was pretty cool. But I kind of fell off and I didn't finish the season. I'll tell you, I watched like the first 6 episodes and I kind of fell off. And I'm going to go back and rewatch it, of course, because I am a Trekkie. But I just didn't feel it. And, it was around the same time The Mandalorian was out, and I was more concentrated on that. Sometimes my attention, even though things come out weekly, Star Trek Discovery came out on Thursdays, The Mandalorian came out Friday, and I was more attracted to watch that on the weekends. I'm the type of guy, I go back and watch things after they've come out sometimes if I didn't get the chance to watch them, or rewatch things. I rewatch stuff all the time. I mean, even with The Sopranos, it's funny. I watched The Sopranos multiple times. I'm a big Sopranos fan, which is great. Great show. But anyway, let's get back. Paramount Plus, like I said, so they're going to be having everything that's on CBS All Access, plus a lot of the Paramount movies and television shows, like they're doing with the what we talked about last week, the Y 1883, the spinoff of Yellowstone, which I'm real excited to see. So I'm excited to see the Star Trek show, though. There's no release date yet. It says it is supposed to be out in 2021, so hopefully we'll see it later on this year. But I'm not sure. I don't think it's going to be out anytime soon, as in the next couple of months. But I can't wait to see it. I think it's going to have Anson Mount, great actor. He was on Hell on Wheels. He also played Black Bolt in the one season runoff of the Inhuman series that was part of the MCU that didn't kind of pan out, but I thought he did a great job there. Ethan Peck will play Spock again. He'll reprise his role from Discovery, and Rebecca Romaine will play Number One. That's all she's being called right now, is Number One, which I think is cool. Maybe we'll get to learn more about her character as the show goes on. I'm sure they're going to have Easter eggs for us Trekkies out there, and they're going to show us things about the original Enterprise, and maybe even show things from Enterprise, the Star Trek Enterprise series that was out with with the cast. Oh, I'm pulling a blank here with oh, I can't think of the captain. Well, Archer was the captain, but I mean, I can't think of the actor. Anyway, but we'll see what happens with there. So anyway, let's talk about our next thing. Our next subject is here's something that kind of fell off this last year because of COVID. You know, COVID has done a mean thing to movies and television where we've lost a lot and we haven't seen things come out scheduled like they're supposed to, and pushbacks and pushbacks and pushbacks. But if you were a fan of Sons of Anarchy, the Mayans MC is a spin-off series that's now going to be debuting season 3. And season 3 is going to be released. Oh, I just had it up here. Let me hold on. Yes, March 16th, 2021. It looks like they're releasing 2 episodes on Hulu, March 16th, 2021. And Hulu is another streaming service that, you know, I don't have a lot on there, so I don't get it all the time. I don't pay for it monthly. If I want to watch something that's coming on there, I'll pay for a month of it, watch the thing that's on there, and then get off of there. But The Mayans is a weekly show from FX. Last year, Kurt Sutter, or is almost a year and a half now, Kurt Sutter was let go of the series as head writer, and it was taken over by his partner. And this series follows the Mayans Motorcycle Club just on the border of Mexico and California. And I'll tell you what, it's an interesting spinoff. It's got that Sons of Anarchy feel. This last season, we saw a couple of cameos from some of the original Sons of Anarchy cast, which was great to see. And now at the end of the series, I'm not going to give a spoiler, but you see that season 3 will be more tied in with the Sons of Anarchy Motorcycle Club. So I'm excited to see that. That's coming out, like I said, March 16th with 2 episodes. And it's surprisingly good. You know, if you're a fan of that crime drama, you know, drug smuggling and gangster type show, it's really, really good. I'm telling you right now, it's a gem. It's a diamond in the rough, and it's got a great cast. And you see some people that you recognize from the Sons of Anarchy show on there that, you know, were more side characters, like Marcus Alvarez, played by Emilio Rivera, and he's on there quite often. And you've seen some other guys from time to time. You saw Chibs, played by Tommy Callahan, and who was one of the original. You saw some Sons of Anarchy people last. It was good. So check it out. Coming out March 16th, new season 3 of the Mayans MC. And I'll tell you what, hopefully with COVID, hopefully it's going to slow down with this stuff, man, because it keeps pushing things back and pushes things back. And, you know, there's been a lot of movies pushed back. I know Top Gun 2. Man, I've been waiting to see this movie, Top Gun 2, and pushed back several times. The Black Widow's been pushed back several times. COVID really messed up phase 4 of the MCU. They had to rethink things. They had WandaVision come out before the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which was supposed to premiere. They also pushed back the Black Widow, Shang-Chi, all this stuff that's coming out. They've kind of had to push back, but now they're on a timeline. They're ready to release stuff. A lot of studios are doing that now. They're ready to go. I'm excited to see things that are coming out soon in the near future. And so COVID hopefully is dying down and it's going to stop delaying things like crazy. Just like Dune, which is, you know, it's great. I told you last time, HBO Max, anything that comes out from Warner Brothers is going straight to HBO Max. And when it comes out on HBO Max, it'll be free if you have it. You won't have to pay an extra cost to see the movies just released. I know the new Denzel Washington movie's been on there. I know the new Tom and Jerry movie's coming out on there for the kids. So you won't have to, you can still go to the theaters, but hey, if you got that big screen and nice entertainment system at home, why not just sit at home, get your own snacks, sit down, and enjoy it in the comfort of your home. If you have to go to the bathroom, you can push pause, you know, all that good stuff. I like it. You know, not to say I'll never go to the movies again, but I like to have the option to stream things at home with my own home theater. So I like that. So the next is the big news of the week. It's not really news, but I'm excited for this. This is right around the corner. March 18th, we're going to see the Snyder cut of the Justice League. Now, the Justice League was a movie that came out about 3 years ago. And Zack Snyder was directing it, but he had about midway through his production, he had some family tragedy and had to step away. So Josh Whedon, the director of the Avengers, actually came in and took over. And Snyder, when he originally did this movie, was like 3.5, 4 hours long. And they really cut a lot out of the movie because they said no one's going to sit down for a 4-hour movie in the theater. So we never got to see his cut. So what Whedon did was took what he had and kind of cut and chopped and put a movie together the best he could. Not to say it was, not to say that it was like a jab job, but you know, we did have the guy from the Avengers cutting up the Justice League movie. Maybe say it wouldn't do as good, but I don't know about that. But I think it's kind of funny that you had the two rival factions of DC and Marvel, and you had the same guy doing both movies, and one of them didn't do as good as the other. But here's what I want to talk about with this. So the Zack Snyder cut is coming out of the Justice League, okay? And it's going to be 4 hours long, but he's going to do it like a series. So it's going to be 4 1-hour episodes. And who knows, just like The Walking Dead started out with 8 episodes, it didn't get its original 16 run. It started off with 18 because it was, want to see how it did. Maybe this might run into a series. You never know. All the DC stuff now is coming over to HBO Max, Titans, Doom Patrol, which is all in the same universe with one another. They're starting new shows to come out. They did a Swamp Thing series. So who knows that, we saw our Batman, an older Batman on the Titan series, but who's to say that this can't be a part of that universe and start a series? They might have a jump on that with Marvel if they start doing that now and get their big actors to do a series like this, a continuing series. It might be a better way for them since they're having a lot of trouble with their movies. And I know they said they're doing a live action Green Lantern series too on HBO Max, and I can't wait to see that. I did watch Stargirl on HBO Max, and it was kind of campy, but it was a good show, and it didn't make you wait all season to see someone's costume or to see people suit up or have a big fight. It was a good action-packed series. It was more geared towards preteen and kids, but it was a great series, live action. It was almost a callback to the Smallville days, pre-Arrow, pre-dark DC universe. But Zack Snyder's cut, let's get back, is going to be coming out, March 18th. It should be all out within, I don't know if they're going to do it weekly or they're going to drop all 4 back to back. I don't know how they're going to do that yet, but it would seem like they would do it all back to back because it is considered a movie and not a series. But we're going to get to see things we didn't get to see in the original cut. We're going to get to see more of an origin story for some of these, from more Cyborg and the Flash. We didn't get to see that much there. We'll get to see more of the relationship between Barry and his father, and how Ray becomes Cyborg. Ray Fisher plays Cyborg, but Vic Stone becomes Cyborg. We'll get to see that. Some of the previews that we saw for Justice League showed some of the missing cut. And we'll actually get to see Darkseid this time too, and hopefully have a bigger battle. And we're supposed to see the black suit Superman, which was supposed to be in the original, and it wasn't in the cut, but hopefully we will see it this time. So this week, Justice League, Star Trek, and Mayans. What are you guys watching? Hit me up on the comments. Hit me up on instant messaging. Tell me what you guys are watching and what you guys want to talk about. I know there's a lot of new series that are popping up. I know Kevin James has a new one on Netflix called The Crew. I haven't watched that one yet. I'm not a big Kevin James fan, but it might be something I might check out. And there's a lot of new stuff coming out, a lot of new streaming services, and people are are getting on to even the older stuff. Netflix always makes a run at putting movies up that have been 4 or 5 years, 10 years out that weren't real big, but they start to trend on Netflix because they didn't do well in the theaters. And this is the time where they didn't go right to a streaming service and kind of a dark time for media. Now they're trending. I know I just watched the other day, I watched it before, but War Dogs. And that was a good movie. And now it's trending number 5 on Netflix. And this is a movie that came out like 8 years ago. So Netflix and these like Peacock does the same thing. They put out these series like The Office that was out a while ago, something I didn't watch when it originally came out, and now I've rewatched it on Peacock because they advertise it on there, and it's easier for someone like me to sit down and watch the whole thing and get to know something that we might have missed in the past. So what are you guys watching? Let me know in the comments, and we'll talk to you soon and see you next week.
Thank you. Goodbye.
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 Okay, see you later.